Imagine waking up tomorrow and knowing without a doubt that your energy, attention, and time will go exactly where they need to go. No more drifting, no more distractions, just crystal clear focus and unstoppable momentum. Most people lose the day before it even begins. Buried in noise, hijacked by notifications, distracted by everything except what matters. But not you. Not anymore. Today, I'm giving you the blueprint to develop ruthless focus, the kind of focus that separates the winners from the wishers. Let's dive in. Number 1, decide what matters most every single day. Focus doesn't begin with discipline. It begins with clarity. You cannot direct your energy, your time, or your talent effectively until you define the target. That's why every day must begin with a question. What matters most today? Here's the hard truth. Most people never ask that. They roll out of bed, glance at their phone, and let the world decide for them. Their inbox becomes their to-do list. Notifications set their priorities. And by the end of the day, they're drained, frustrated, and unsure of what they actually accomplished. They were busy, yes, but not effective. That's the difference between motion and progress, between activity and achievement. Ruthless focus demands that you choose what matters most on purpose every single day. The human brain craves direction. It wants to know what the mission is. Without that direction, it defaults to what's easy. Scrolling, snacking, jumping between tasks, reacting instead of creating. You can break that pattern by giving your brain clear orders the moment the day begins. So how do you do it? It starts with a simple, powerful habit. Identify your one big win. Every morning, before anything else hijacks your attention, ask yourself, if I only got one thing done today, what would make it a successful day? This is not about doing everything. This is about doing the right thing, the most meaningful thing, the thing that moves the needle. It might be finishing a key project, having a crucial conversation, making a difficult decision, or simply sticking to a new habit you're building. Whatever it is, name it, own it, prioritize it. Once you've identified your one big win, block time for it. Don't leave it to chance. Put it on the calendar like an appointment with your future, because that's exactly what it is. If it matters, schedule it, protect it, treat it with the seriousness it deserves. Now, here's the secret that most people miss. When you win that one thing, it creates momentum. Progress fuels motivation, and motivation makes focus easier. You don't need to do 50 things today. You need to do one thing that matters, and do it well. When you do that, everything else begins to align. Let me be clear, this is not about ignoring everything else. You'll still answer emails, attend meetings, take care of life. But those are the supporting acts. The one big win, that's the main event. When you build this habit daily, it compounds. You stop living reactively and start living intentional. You become the kind of person who doesn't just hope for results, you engineer them. Because each day becomes a building block for your future, stacked with purpose and direction. And remember, clarity is a decision, not a discovery. You don't wait to feel certain. You choose what matters and commit to it, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect. The act of choosing creates direction, and direction creates power. So tomorrow morning, don't scroll, don't check, don't react. Instead, pause, reflect. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Then go after it with everything you've got. Because when you decide what matters most every single day, you stop chasing progress. You start creating it. Number 2, eliminate before you add. Ruthless focus is not just about what you do. It's about what you stop doing. Most people try to solve their focus problems by adding more. More apps, more planners, more routines, more hacks. But here's the truth most never realize. You don't need more tools. You need fewer distractions. The path to focus doesn't start with addition. It starts with elimination. If your desk is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. If your calendar is overbooked, your priorities are buried. If your digital world is noisy, your mental world is noisy too. And in that chaos, attention dies. Clarity fades. Energy leaks. You become reactive instead of intentional. The most focused, successful people in the world are not the busiest. They are the most selective. They protect their attention like a rare resource, because that's exactly what it is. They understand that every yes comes with a hidden cost, time, energy, and mental bandwidth. And they refuse to spend those things on what doesn't matter. So here's your mission. Clear the field before you sprint. Just like an athlete clears obstacles before a race, you must eliminate distractions before you try to focus. Otherwise, no system or habit will save you. Even the best strategy fails in a noisy environment. Start with a distraction audit. Be brutally honest. Ask yourself, what apps or websites are stealing my time? What tasks am I doing out of habit, not intention? What meetings or commitments add little to no value? What urgent things keep pulling me away from important things? Then begin. Uninstall one app that tempts you to waste time. Turn off notifications that interrupt your flow. Cancel one meeting that could be an email or nothing at all. Say no to one invitation that doesn't align with your goals. Each cut you make is a step toward clarity. And remember, saying no is not a rejection, it's a declaration. You're declaring what you value. You're declaring who you're becoming. You're making space for deep work, for meaningful progress, for real results. Think of it like pruning a tree. You don't cut branches to hurt the tree. You cut them so the tree can grow stronger and straighter. Your focus is the same. Every distraction you remove strengthens your direction. Now let's take it a level deeper. Elimination isn't just about digital noise. It's about mental noise too. You may need to eliminate limiting beliefs, perfectionism, or the pressure to please everyone. You may need to let go of the need to do everything yourself. Sometimes the most powerful focus shift comes not from changing your tools, but from changing your mindset. Here's a principle to live by. Every yes must earn its place. If it doesn't move you forward, it doesn't belong. Simplify ruthlessly. Because every distraction you eliminate is more space for excellence. Every task you say no to is energy reserved for what truly matters. Every commitment you cancel is clarity gained. And as you subtract the noise, something incredible happens. You begin to see the signal. You begin to move with purpose. You begin to focus, not with force, but with freedom. So stop chasing productivity by addition. Win it by subtraction. Eliminate before you add. Focus follows simplicity. Number 3, create an environment that demands discipline. Here's a brutal truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And your environment is the most powerful system of all. If you're constantly battling distractions, procrastination, or low energy, the issue isn't just your willpower, it's your surroundings. You've built an environment that makes failure easy and focus hard. That has to change. Willpower is like a battery, it drains. But your environment, it's like a compass. It silently guides you, moment by moment. And when you shape your environment with intention, discipline becomes automatic. Let's get something straight. Discipline isn't about grinding through temptation all day long. That's a losing game. It's about setting up your world so the right choice is the easy choice, and the wrong choice is out of reach. Want ruthless focus? Then start here. Design your space to support the person you're becoming, not the habits you're trying to escape. Here's how to do it. 1. Remove the noise. You can't focus in a digital landfill. Silence the alerts. Delete the junk apps. Log out of social media. Better yet, remove the apps entirely during work hours. Hide the distractions. Or better still, eliminate them. Out of sight, out of mind isn't just a saying. It's neuroscience. Create a dedicated zone of focus. Whether it's your office, a coffee shop, or a quiet corner in your home, designate a place where deep work happens. Not casual work, not multitasking. Deep, undistracted focus. When you step into this space, your brain will learn. It's time to lock in. No clutter, no chaos, just clarity. 3. Use visual cues to reinforce your goals. Leave your journal on your desk. Keep your goal list where you can see it. Put your phone in another room. Your brain responds to what it sees. So show it what matters. Show it who you're becoming. 4. Control the input. You become what you consume. What you read, watch, and listen to shapes your thoughts and your focus. Choose content that fuels your ambition, not your anxiety. Surround yourself with ideas, people, and messages that align with your mission. Now here's the key. Don't just do this once, do it daily. Environment isn't something you clean up once and forget. It's something you maintain, like a garden. And like a garden, if you don't tend it, weeds will grow. So make it a ritual. Each day, reset your space. Clear your desk. Turn off the noise. Set the scene for performance. Build an environment that tells your brain, this is where focus lives. This is where winners work. Because when your environment supports your focus, everything changes. You don't have to force motivation. It finds you. You don't have to fight distractions. They dissipate. You don't need to constantly remind yourself to stay on track. The track is built into your world. Remember this. The most powerful form of discipline is not willpower. It's design. Design your environment with intention, and focus becomes effortless. So if you're tired of losing hours to distractions, if you're done relying on discipline that runs dry by noon, if you're ready to finally lock in and win your day, then don't just change your habits. Change your environment. Build a space that demands your best. And then rise to meet. Number 4. Master the first 90 minutes. If you want to win the day, you don't start at noon. You start the moment you wake up. Because how you begin determines how you finish. The first 90 minutes of your day are prime real estate. The most powerful, creative, focused time your brain has. After a night of rest, Your mental energy is fully recharged. Your willpower is strong. Your distractions are fewer. That window is your advantage, but only if you use it. Here's the problem. Most people waste it. They check emails, scroll social media, get pulled into other people's agenda. They start the day reacting, not creating. And then they wonder why they feel scattered by lunch, drained by mid-afternoon, and unproductive by dinner. Let me be clear. If you give away your best energy to low-value tasks, don't be surprised when your high-value goals never get done. If you want ruthless focus and real results, you must protect and master your first 90 minutes, like your life depends on it. Because in many ways it does. Your business, your fitness, your dreams, your peace, they're all built or broken by what you consistently do with that golden time. So how do you master the first 90 minutes? Let's break it down. 1. Start with intention, not reaction. Before you let the outside world in, take command of your inner world. No phone, no news, no inbox. Instead, begin with clarity. Revisit your goals. Define your one big win for the day. Journal, meditate, breathe. Set your mindset before you touch your task list. 2. Choose one high-impact activity. This is the time for deep work, not shallow tasks. Use your first 90 minutes for what matters most. Writing, planning, creating, designing, strategizing. This isn't the time to respond. This is the time to lead, to make progress on your goals, while the rest of the world is still asleep. 3. Block the time like it's sacred. Treat your first 90 minutes like a non-negotiable meeting with your future. Put it on your calendar. No calls, no meeting, no distractions. Let the people around you know this is your focus. Protect it like a lion guards its territory. Fierce, focused, and fully present. 4. Prepare the night before. Success in the morning begins the night before. Lay out what you'll work on. Set up your works. Choose your clothes. Eliminate decisions, so your energy is preserved for execution. When you remove friction, momentum builds faster. 5. Track it to improve it. Measure how you use those 90 minutes. Were you focused? What did you accomplish? What got in the way? Track your performance, not to judge, but to adjust. Improvement doesn't come from hoping. It comes from observing, tweaking, and doing it better tomorrow. Here's the beauty of it all. When you consistently win your mornings, your afternoons stop feeling like uphill battles. You've already accomplished something meaningful. You've already created momentum. The rest of the day becomes bonus points. And if the rest of the world throws chaos your way, no problem. You already did the thing that matters most. You already made progress. That's the power of mastering the first 90 minutes. Remember, you don't need a 12-hour grind to succeed. You need focused, intentional effort at the right time. And that time is first thing in the morning. So starting tomorrow, no more wasting the golden hour. No more giving your best energy to the least important tasks. Instead, wake up, lock in, and lead with action. Master your morning. Master your life. Start strong. Stay strong. Win the... 5. Say no more than you say yes. If your schedule is overflowing, if your energy is scattered, if your day feels hijacked by things that don't move you forward, there's a good chance you've been saying yes to the wrong thing. Here's the truth that separates high performers from high-stress achievers. Focus isn't just about what you do. It's about what you refuse to do. And saying no is the muscle that protects your time, your priorities, and your peace. Most people believe that success comes from doing more, but in reality, success comes from doing less, with more intensity, more clarity, and more purpose. Every yes you give is a trade. You're trading energy, time, attention, and opportunity. The question is, what are you trading it for? Every yes to a meeting, task, or favor that doesn't align with your mission is a no to your own goals. Every yes to someone else's agenda is a no to your own progress. And if you don't learn to say no with strength, the world will fill your calendar with its own priorities, and none of them will be yours. Here's what you must understand. Saying no is not selfish. It's strategic. It's not rude. It's respectful. It's not weakness. It's wisdom. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to fulfill your purpose, and purpose requires boundaries. So how do you start saying no without guilt? 1. Get clear on your... When you know what truly matters, your one big win, your mission, your goals, it becomes easier to recognize what doesn't. The clearer your yes, the stronger your no. You can't protect your time if you don't first define your priorities. 2. Use simple, powerful language. You don't need to justify,
over-explain or apologize. A calm, confident "I can't commit to that right now" is enough, or "that's not aligned with my focus at the moment." People respect directness far more than vague excuses. 3. Pause before you respond. Create space between request and response. Say, "Let me check my priorities and get back to you." This prevents impulsive yeses that lead to long-term stress. Give yourself permission to respond with intention, not obligation. Protect your calendar like your future depends on it, because it does. Block time for deep work, rest, planning, and recovery. And treat those blocks like they're non-negotiable, because if you don't honor your time, no one else will. 5. Remember that no today is a bigger yes to tomorrow. Every time you protect your focus, you build a life of intention instead of reaction. You create space for the things that truly matter: growth, impact, creativity, and peace. You must become the gatekeeper of your time. You must stop giving unlimited access to a limited resource. Because when your attention is divided, your results are diluted. But when you say no to the noise, the distractions, the unaligned requests, you create the conditions for greatness. Let's make it plain. You are not available for everything. You are available for what matters, and that alone makes all the difference. So stop apologizing for guarding your focus. Stop explaining your no like it needs a defense. Start treating your time like a millionaire treats their money, with intention, strategy, and bold protection. Because your most powerful productivity tool isn't another app or planner. It's one simple word, used often and used well. No. Say it more, mean it fully, and watch your life transform. Number 6. Build a daily shutdown ritual. You can't win the day if you don't know how to end it. Most people grind until they collapse. They blur the line between work and rest. They keep one foot in productivity and one foot in burnout. They never fully disconnect, and as a result, they never fully recover. Their mind is always running, but their progress stalls. If that sounds familiar, it's time for a new rule. End your day with intention. Don't let it just drift to a close. A daily shutdown ritual is one of the most underrated high-performance habits on the planet. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it's powerful. Because what you do at the end of the day determines how you'll show up tomorrow. A strong finish leads to a strong start. Think of it like landing a plane. You wouldn't want your pilot to just cut the engines and hope for the best. You want a smooth descent, a stable landing, a clear end. That's what a shutdown ritual gives your brain. It tells your mind, we're done for today. The work is complete. It's time to rest. It's time to recover. And tomorrow, we'll begin again. Here's how to build your own shutdown ritual. 1. Review your day. Take 5 minutes to reflect. What did you accomplish? What worked? What didn't? This isn't about judgment. It's about learning. Each day carries a lesson, but you won't catch it unless you pause to reflect. 2. Capture open loops. Anything left undone, tasks, ideas, reminders, write them down. Get them out of your head and onto paper, or into your system. Your brain doesn't like unfinished business. It will keep spinning unless you close the loop. Writing it down signals, I'll handle this, just not tonight. 3. Plan tomorrow's top priority. Decide your one big win before the day begins. This allows you to start with purpose, not confusion. It also reduces decision fatigue and gives your subconscious mind a problem to solve while you sleep. 4. Set boundaries for technology. When the day ends, step away from the screen. Turn off notifications. Leave work behind. You weren't built to be always on. Constant connectivity kills creativity and recovery. Discipline isn't just about doing more. It's about knowing when to stop. 5. Switch gears deliberately. Don't go straight from spreadsheets to the couch. Transition. Go for a walk. Stretch. Listen to music. Do something that signals work mode is off, personal mode is on. This shift helps your nervous system reset and prepares you to fully engage in life outside of work. 6. Protect your wind down time like your morning routine. The world celebrates hustle, but the pros, they know recovery is part of the process. Sleep isn't laziness, it's strategy. Rest isn't weakness, it's fuel. A consistent shutdown ritual leads to better sleep, sharper thinking, and stronger performance. Remember this, you don't need more hours. You need better endings. When you end the day with clarity and calm, you begin the next with energy and intention. You stop carrying the chaos of unfinished tasks into your evenings. You become fully present with your family, your health, your joy. So tonight, instead of working until you crash, land the plane, close the loops, set tomorrow's course, and walk away with peace. Because ruthless focus isn't about doing more endlessly. It's about doing what matters deeply, and then letting go. Finish strong. Shut it down.